night. It's beautiful, beautiful night out. So let's unbox out here. Got a smoothie. I put some cheap protein in it because we've had it forever. It tastes so bad. It ruins the smoothie. But we're protein, so whatever. Two really boxes I'm really excited for before we head out to DDO. This is something that it's gonna be another kind of tour series disc that I have that I'm running with a company. Basically, when I was doing putter wars, I explained to you that, like, hey, if there's a putter that I like and I have a relationship with the company, one, that's a win for me, that's a win for the company, but also there might be the ability to run some signature stuff, and I believe we will have that ability. I bought these like kitchen scissors, and they are so bad. They like break in half every time I open them, and they're not even that sharp. Should have brought my knife up from the basement, but let's go. Oh, great, I cut into it. Oh, minis, bracelets. I cut across the snap. My signature UV Glow Marvels. Glow, so it's a little bit like that kind of taupe color, a little off-white, and it's like kind of a base-ish blend. I think they add the glow to the base. I've been liking a lot of the base blend ones. It's got a little dome, not too much at all. Feels sweet. All right, dead center with the first putt I ever had with them. Second one missed, so we'll see what ends up happening. I'm stoked on those. Those are gonna be coming out for you guys soon. Maybe by the time this video is up. I'm not sure when this is gonna go up. I'm gonna make sure to not cut into this one the same, because this is a little allotment that I asked for from Infinite for DDO, because I need a lot of drivers. I don't have that overstable bomber driver because that, unfortunately, a Halo Emperor, I lost it. First shot of one of my more recent tournaments started me off on a really bad round, and then I had another tournament that was like really, really bad rounds, and so I think I got some of those back. And I specifically asked for a couple discs, and I didn't know exactly which disc they would be, but whew, got like a fancy color for the paper. There's also some discs to review. Oh, dude, I'm so pumped. First, we have the new, oh, what the heck? Wait, what is this? Oh, Halo Monarch. I'm not quite sure why he sent this. I'll have to ask, because he said that he was sending me some stuff to review. I'm not quite sure why he sent me the Monarch. The Monarch is like a little baby groove. It's like an 11-speed or 9-speed groove. I'm not quite sure. I like the look of the Halo here. It has the same rim as the groove down here. Very, very interesting disc. Maybe I'll review it. I don't have a groove anymore because the time I did that groove video, like right after I turned off the camera, I threw it back to a basket and plopped it in the middle of a lake. We also have a new Infinite mold that is coming out. It is a putter, which I heard is supposed to be on the more understable side. It's called the Glyph. I didn't know what to expect, and it looks like it's kind of like if you put a polecat and then give it a thumb track. So it's gonna be an interesting mold. This is a little like floppy. Okay, no, that one's better. This is like a metal flake one. This one feels, maybe it's like a tacky R blend or I blend or something, but this is interesting. It is not what I expected. I thought they were gonna come out with like a more traditional putter, but this seems like kind of, yeah, like a polecat mixed with a rhino. Glyph. This one's 149. Maybe it's supposed to be kind of more catch disc style. Yeah, kind of catch disc with thumb track. So definitely have to play around with it, make a review video. This is odd. I'm just gonna be straight up. This is a little weird. Not quite what I expected. See if it putts. Goes in, so that's a win. This one feels pretty cool. This one, more max weight. I don't know, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to throw this around. Probably bring it to DDO, play the Peter Pan course. This one does have like that little bubbles on the edges of it. Feels super interesting. Oh, that one didn't go in. Looks like it's every other. See if the Monarch goes in. Yeah, that one went in, so the next one's gonna miss. Next, we have some, ooh, okay, sick. I asked for 2 different types of Emperors and another disc. I asked for, so this is just all distance drivers that I wanted for my bag. That's the bulk of the review discs. But these, I just asked for 3 purple intervals. I loved the purple, max weight, max weight, max weight. And yeah, this is what I loved about them. They're like a little flat, not super flat, but like that touch of dome. And like little heartbeat there, no heartbeat there, little heartbeat there. So I think that they're pretty straight. And I wanted some newer ones. And I love the purple runs of them that I'd thrown. Every purple one I'd thrown have been really good. They call it 12.5 -1.2. Definitely kind of like that 11.5 speed category to me, like close to an 11 speed for a 12 speed, where they don't go quite as far as some of my farthest flying Emperors, but they go pretty much just as far. They just move on a tighter line left to right. So I wanted these before I went out to DDO, just because I liked forehanding them as well. And just the normal forged I really like. I have some of Drew's Radiant Forge. Those are good. They're a little more overstable than these ones to start out with. And I want these just to be like basically dead straight with a little fade, and that's what they are here. And I think, well, I'll have to throw them to actually find out, but I think down at sea level, they're just gonna be pretty like flip up to dead straight and without a lot of finish. So I think these will probably be in the bag for DDO. Yeah, oh man, just this forged plastic feels so good. Shout out Drew, my buddy. All right, those are the intervals. Oh, that's fun. I didn't know we had any of these left, but apparently there's a Bedanza stamped Halo Emperor. I needed some Halo Emperors, and I wanted some that were kind of like the 2021 Calvin run. These, just looking at them, don't quite seem to be that. So I hope they're as overstable as I want. This one is closest. And this one is also relatively close. They're not quite the one that I lost, which was a special guy. But, oh no, this might actually be. It's kind of got the Anheuser top, where it's kind of, oh yeah, okay. These are just Halo S Blend Emperors, just the stock Halo stamp. I needed some of these guys to be that beefcake. And I know that the white flight plate with kind of the blue, or the white flight plate with kind of the black, or the cotton candy, which is pink and blue, those tend to be pretty overstable. These are definitely a newer run, not quite the same ones. They also have a little bit of that bubbling on the rim. This one does, this one does, this one does. And then both of these do, but to a lesser extent. So they're all probably from the same run. I'm just hoping that they're as overstable as I want. They look like they're gonna be beef, which I'm really stoked about. They look like rip them hard on Anheuser and they'll fly forever on it and then fight out and fly forever. That's exactly what I want this disc to be. I have Conquerors, which are, some of them are just as stable as what I think these are gonna be, but they don't go as far, and that's fine. This, I really am hoping to take these to a field and just like rip them on like a lot of Anheuser and just watch the fight out and then get to 450 feet and be like, okay, that's what I was looking for. So yeah, this disc I'm gonna definitely need in DDO. It's probably gonna be my workhorse, and to be completely honest with you, I don't know why, but they fit in my hands better than the one that I lost. Maybe it's just the Anheuser top is a little more pronounced. Maybe I think the dome is slightly smaller, which makes it better for forehands and backhands. It's nice because they still have a lot of dome, but not like a ridiculous amount. And I think that one didn't quite have the Anheuser top, it just kind of had the straight up top. So, oh, shout out Alex, who is the guy who hooked me up with all this, and in the warehouse. And yeah, oh man, I pulled these all feel very consistent and very good and exactly what I want them to be. I didn't know they had this because this hasn't been on my site, so this must have just been like stamped, which is so fun because I lost one of these that was this stamp. So I'm stoked to get one back. I like this stamp a lot. There's still some of these left. Almost, this whole stamp is almost all gone, which is really, really exciting. So thank you guys so much for buying all my stuff. Buy all your Distant Infinite, but if you want to check out my storefront, I'll leave that link down below, as well as my Tour Series Sphinxes. You guys sold this out so many times. We might have to like do another run of them, which is awesome. Please keep buying them, and if you love them, buy more. Thank you. But yeah, that's sick. Oh man, these came out so good. Okay, this one, yeah, these feel perfect. These feel like exactly what I want them to be. And I needed 5 just in case I lost some or whatever happened. I just need these. One will go in the bag and the rest will just be backups, and I'll be able to practice those big overstable flex shots. This is a slot that there have been so many times in the wind these past couple days that I've been playing and like that I've been working on stuff that I'm like, if I only had an overstable disc that would get back left, but I could throw super far. This is it. So stoked. Lastly, I asked for flip-up Emperors. Looks like we have a decent amount of options. I have no idea what this is. Oh, sick. Okay, good. So I asked for flip-up Emperors because I wanted Emperors that, where this one is kind of that overstable bomber where you take and you just rip it on some Anheuser and it flies forever and fights out. I have some Island Emperors, which are stuck, like flip up a little bit, but they'll fade pretty hard. And then they get too flippy. I wanted something that'll hold the stability for a while. That was flip up to flat, ride flat, maybe a little drift, and get a little finish. And like, just, it's a weird slot. It's a very specific slot where it flips up, doesn't burn over, and goes really straight. But I need that 10-degree hyzer flip up, because I have some that will just stay on that hyzer and ride it. I don't really have anything that will flip up. So I asked for that. I didn't know which type of Emperor or what. So it looks like we got some options. But before that, I pulled these off the bottom. I didn't know what these were, but it looks like these are straight up Are they iBlend Conquerors? That would be super interesting. I'm very interested to see how overstable this is because they look like the parting line is lower, but the dome is ridiculous. So I'm gonna have to throw these babies. Holy cow. I imagine they're gonna fly kind of like these, but not as far. Yeah, definitely not as far. Oh, these feel better than the one that I lost, which is awesome. I hope they fly how I want. These are so interesting. iBlend Conquerors. Holy cow. Yeah, I have a Conqueror in my bag right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need it. It's nice to have something that doesn't go crazy far, but I almost want it to be more overstable. I've heard that there's a run coming out this year for James Proctor that's gonna be crazy beef. So definitely wanna get my hands on some of those. And then we have, he said, a couple different options. He said something about concrete emperors, which I'm not sure what those are. Maybe this is it. Looks like it's got a slightly lower party line. I love the hamburger stamp. It kind of feels like some of the destroyers that I ran at the end of last year. It does feel like it's a little flippier, which is good. Like in my hand, the way that I feel that is basically if I put it in my hand and like I have an idea of what I expect of this disc and it feels like it sits lower in the hand, like the rim where it touches your hand, that's typically, I'll say it's more understable feeling. And then if it sits higher, just because that's basically where the parting line is. So that feels sweet. A little domey for the forehands. Is this another one of that same run? Yes. I think this is concrete, which I think is luster and metal flake. I honestly have no idea. But yeah, these look pretty good and consistent. I just need that little pop up. So we'll see. And also when we get to Emporia, we'll be able to see. And then a couple more. This is a luster C blend, which he said that these tend to be more understable. And what I remembered throwing this is it was beef. But I also threw it well over a year ago. And I did not throw very hard. So now, it still doesn't seem like it's gonna be crazy understable, but it might be that like little flip up. It does seem like the parting line is slightly lower. So it kind of feels like the parting line of an iBlend, which I want, because I want like my flippy iBlends. Not the crazy flippy ones, but the one that's in my bag right now, the orange one, because I want something, because that one I can flip it up in no wind. I can like turn it a little bit, but it just turns too much. Sometimes it's a little less controllable, but gets such good distance. So something like this, where it has the same parting line, I can throw it on the same angle, like here, and it can just pop up and ride straight, and then finish. Feels good. And this luster C blend feels way better than I remember feeling. So that's a big one. And then lastly, we have some Metal Flake Glow C blend. These are run 14. I like that they put the run on it. And these are kind of more of what I expected to put in my hands for this slot, because it's a little smushed down here, where this is a little rounder on the bottom than that massive curve, and then a little just gradual dome, nothing crazy, like kind of like those intervals, maybe a little less. But this is kind of what I had for this slot as well. Maybe I should ask for slightly lighter weight, like a 171, because that's kind of what that one was too. But I think I throw harder now, so this one might be able to just be that flip up one. But yeah, that's what I got in my allotment before DDO. A lot of drivers. That's mostly what I'm going to be needing. I'm going to bring some other discs as well, of course, but lots of drivers. Super stoked to have worked with Birdie on these marbles. I think they're going to be really good. They're UV glow, so like they're not going to glow. They're not day glow, so they're not just going to glow. From this, you got to charge them, but they feel like a solid base. Great to have some more practice putters as well. Can't believe I freaking did that with opening them up. Oh, man, I'm not sure quite if I'm going to putt with them. Just depends on the weather. If it's a little bit colder out, yes. But the base I really like, but sometimes it gets a little too like tacky when it gets warmer. I feel like these are going to be the same. But I think throwing wise, I really like them because I've noticed with Birdie, the marbles, the softer the plastic, the more overstable. And so like a little more consistent and like stays there longer. So I'll definitely have one of these in the bag as a thrower and like upshot disc. But this is also gonna be the only run of discs, Tour Series discs that I ever have that has this logo. Because I'm gonna be retiring the logo and getting a new one sometime relatively soon. We'll have a stamp that commemorates that. We'll also have these available for you. So snag some of these when they come out. Shout out Infinite, shout out you. These glyphs are very interesting. They're kind of weird. There's no catch disc out that has a thumb track yet. Maybe it's a good like forehand catch disc. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. I think it would be. It feels good in the forehand. It's just odd. I expected them to come out with like a straight to flippy putter. Maybe a little bit shallower. But that's why I'm stoked. I have my marbles, honestly. It missed. The rule continues. Dead center. All right. Looks like I can only make every other back here from my butt in this exact position while filming a video. See you, frothlings.